Hey, thanks for coming today. We're going to talk a little bit about some of Avid's new strategies and products that we've announced this year at NAB. One thing at Avid that's consistent is change, and with that we have a new president and CEO that's been with the company now for a little over almost 2 years, Luis Hernandez Jr., who comes from the banking world, but has also brought some interesting perspective to the entertainment world here that we'll talk about here in just a minute. So I'll start clicking through and we'll kind of go through the high points here. Industry dynamic. One thing that we've noticed here at Avid that change is consistent. The way that people are enjoying their media is changing drastically. The technology used to create that media has changed drastically. But one thing that's consistent is a budgetary issue of continuing to push down the price of content to make it affordable and to make it available. Moving on to the next slide. Looking at the overall big picture of the market and how disparate the companies are that work in our industry. If you look over to the left here, market share. Definitely in our industry we have a much smaller piece of that pie. If you look at, say, for example, somewhere in the financial sector, a much smaller amount of vendors that actually provide those services to the industry, and that's something that we've looked at and said, how do we become a bigger part of standardizing the industry with media and how that media is distributed. The value chain. Here are the areas that we see a lot of change in the industry, and over time those things have not changed as much as we're seeing today in the way that the market is going. If you look at today's market, it's become a much larger, organic, ongoing creative process. Some of the things in the areas of analytics of metadata have become a big issue, and how to monetize those. The ability to measure a lot of these viewing habits of these people in the industry and our consumers of our content. These are big things that we see going forward as being huge opportunities with some of the products and services we can offer. And looking at the slide here, the one thing that kind of stands out is high quality content. If you can deliver high quality content to a customer, they will continue to want to consume more of that content. And here at Avid, we're looking at ways of enabling our creators of providing better software, better products, better hardware, with an industry standard partner, Avid. This year at NAB, Avid Everywhere. This was something that's kind of an industry-changing, sea change, if you will, really in the industry. We as a company looked at what other companies out there are going to take a stand and decide to say, hey, listen, plant a stake in the sand and say, we're moving forward with an initiative, and we want you to get on board with what we're trying to achieve. Looking at the strategic vision, really the two ideas here are to create and help monetize that content. That, at the end of the day, is the business model. If you look to the top and bottom, connecting those creative professionals and allowing those creative professionals to collaborate. This is all being done on the Avid Media Central platform. This platform enables our individuals to connect, as you can see here, in any one direction, because it's a very organic environment. We aren't anymore saying you got to start in one area and work your way through. It's an ongoing evolution of services. Within that Media Central platform, we've announced some key areas here in the 4 different columns that allow our clients to connect through our media services, through our connectivity toolkit, through our orchestration engines, and our user administration tools. All of this allows our customers to, again, become a bigger part of the larger ecosystem, which is the Avid Everywhere product. Within that Avid ecosystem, you can look at the Media Central UX. This allows you a portal into the environment via an iOS-enabled device, either an Android device. Really think of it as the iOS that lives with all of the apps within the environment. And then we can connect with a common user interface over many different devices, an iPad, an iPhone, or a traditional wired connection in your edit bed. Within the Artist Suite, within the Media Suite, and within the Storage Suite, this is kind of the makeup of where we're going with the central platform. Within your storage suite, you have your traditional playout devices. Within the media suite, you have a lot of the new tools that we're offering that allow the metadata tagging and tracking the metrics, really, if you will, as to how to kind of put some analytics to your media. And then, of course, the artist suite, which are a lot of the traditional tools that you're used to through the post-production process. Within all of this, we've also announced the private marketplace and the public marketplace. The private marketplace, think of it as your own personal cloud, a place that you can collaborate with your individuals within your four walls or outside your four walls. And then that public marketplace being a place that we are in development for, with a way to help you monetize your content, a way that you could put up different pieces of media that you could allow to live in an area that you could share. Think of it as stock footage, if you will, a way to monetize that stock footage or that music that you're creating that you want to offer up to a larger audience. All of this will be supported via the Avid support system. So everything that you see here has all been, what's the word I'm looking for? Could be basically guaranteed as far as quality of service, because we've tested it. We've gone through the process of making sure that all of our partners that buy into this program will be supported through the Avid system. Here's some of the products that we're tying into each of the three different levels here. So you've got your storage, so your ISIS, some of the new products that we've announced within the media suite, your media director, your indexer, the distribute product, and our artist suite products, obviously Media Composer and Pro Tools are brands that you're well aware of today. Within the product highlights, a little bit deeper dive here, you can see that we've got some of the stuff again that builds again on the Media Central platform. So you've got the Media Central UX, which is now available, which again provides that common point into the system, which allows a user interface that is common across all devices. We've got the Media Director products, which we talked a little bit about already. Then of course your Pro Tools and your Media Composer, with an interesting announcement that we had with Media Composer Cloud, which is going to allow some connectivity outside the four walls for editors to tie into products and media. Owning our software, it has changed, but it hasn't changed. We still allow you to own that software in that traditional software seat and dongle if you decide, but we also offer other licensing schemas that skew towards a educational environment and or to a larger facility environment where you really want to take advantage of all those licenses in a true floating model. And then we also have a subscription model for those that would like to just have the software on a time basis. So for 3 months, 6 months, even a year, really the choice is yours. This slide kind of just drives the point that we are an industry leading entity that has a heritage in the industry. We've done a lot of pretty creative things over the years, and again, it really has boiled down to the fact that we are here to help push along the industry and to help people make decisions in the right direction. As you can see here, innovation is kind of in our DNA. 10 new patents this year, 18 more pending, and 200 total patents since the existence of the company. And it's good to note that we have yet to apply for a patent that's been denied. This year at NAB, the Avid Customer Association, this was a major change in the way that we approached reaching out to our customers. This was something that was has never been done before by an industry such as ours. Took off quite amazingly. We had a very high expectation, a full-fledged effort on getting people out to the show early, and it wasn't easy to begin with. It was a lot of explaining to customers why the need for this, what we were thinking, and why they needed to attend. And as you can see here, we had a lot of big supporters that jumped on board early, and I think even better than that is how we've set up the program. This is something that is an LLC. It's not owned by Avid. It is, we do work with the company that has set this up to really look at how to best deploy our resources for the customer. This is customer driven, this is customer focused, so really it is our way of getting feedback from our customers on how to direct our R&D dollars that make the most sense for the industry. Here's some of the people that are involved at all the different levels within the ACA, people that might be familiar to you or people that you might have heard of before. It was pretty amazing. The willingness to participate was far beyond our wildest dreams, but again, the community is reaching out and seeing that there is a need for this direction and for us to kind of help push the industry forward. Had a great few days prior to NAB, some great discussions, some great meetings. I think net sum of it, we've had more people than we anticipated showing up from this. We had countries that were represented all over the globe, and this is just the first one. So the exciting news is that we will be doing this next year, and who knows what the limits are here. But here's some great takeaways from the show. A few of the customers I was able to talk to as we were kind of winding down the end of the Sunday, very pleased with their time spent, very happy with the information that they received, and just overall really pleased to be part of the opportunity. Next year, save the date. We are planning a 2015, so as soon as we have more information on location and all that good stuff, we will be getting that information out to you. And we're thinking that it was a 2-day event last year. We're even pushing it out to possibly including a 3rd day, so there was that much information to be shared with everyone. And thank you for your time today, and look forward to talking with you more on some of the new products and services we have to offer.